Hello, my name is Justin, if you don't know me, and this is Carbon. This is the first, well, the current iteration of Carbon. Most of what you see will be what we're going to use. Some of this, I'm going to try something new. And if that works out, I'm going to pivot some of it, but some of it will stay the same. I wanted to show you, at least aesthetically, it'll stay the same, even if I do make some changes. Currently, it's using servos with a 3-to-1 belt gear reduction. Currently, the drive motor has a very aggressive gear reduction, but I'm going to try something else on the drive motor side. I am using brushless motors, both current and future, as well as they are Rev Neo motors. Then both for the main drive and then the spin in the spot as well. The dome centering is directly driven, as you can see, with a go build a servo, because it has a position, you flip a switch, and then it spins around 180 degrees. And let's see if I'm holding the drive right, and I'm leaning to the left. I flip that switch, it turns this left. What it does is it inverts the whole drive and it spins the dome around. Now, whenever you spin the dome and you go back to center, whenever you let go of the spin, it goes back to center. So it always knows it'll always be pointing at whatever direction is forward. So that's forward, then you flip it, now that is forward. It also inverts the ball controls. Because I'm in my garage, I'm not going to show any of those movements, at least forward and back, but there is a tilt, and then the tilt the other way. So it seemed kind of jittery going back and forth because that was the stabilization. As you can see, that stabilization off and that stabilization on. So we are using a FR Sky TD SR10. I think it's an SR10 Plus. No, it's just TD SR10. As well as an X20S. All the stabilization settings are done through the receiver currently. I've toyed with drone flight controllers, but I really like being able to adjust all of my stabilization on the transmitter. There's an actual SRX stable down here. It's not as good control as a true flight controller because I cannot, on the transmitter, I cannot adjust PI and D of the PID loop separately. You have stabilization gain and then auto level gain. But I do also have, when we go to page 2, so this is page 1 of 2, that's the lower half. I go to page, I keep forgetting what button to press. Oh, there is a second page of the stabilization. I don't remember how to get there, but you can adjust the top stabilization separately. And I'll go through all of that. Like I said, I'm trying new metal parts. I just wanted to do this because I've never done an introduction on the drive, but I'm trying new metal parts. I will keep you guys updated how those go with different motors. Part of me has wanted to test different servos, see if I can find something either less expensive or smoother, or both. but currently I'm just using the high-techs because that's kind of what I have. For this, that Go Builder seems to be the only one to give me enough movement and react the way I would like. I tried a high-tech multi-turn in there and that did not work. At the bottom we are using a Reef Beast 2000 servo. Currently I have a custom-made battery, but that is going to change to use the DeWalt or Go Builder setup, because I realized that everyone making batteries is not necessarily a thing. I do also have a custom drive shaft in here. I'm taking feedback on that. I like the custom drive shaft because it allows these smaller slip rings. If you don't use the custom drive shaft, you can use a 1-inch tube and run larger slip rings. But aesthetically, I did not like how it looked. It will not affect functionality, but there's that. So I think that'll be, you can choose what path you want to go, if you have access to a mill to make that. And as you can see, most everything, the top mast, everything is metal. The outer box, there are basically 4 printed parts, and then some spacers in here that are printed there, and then under here there's another printed spacer, and then the slip ring mounts. Now the main box, there are printed parts there, and then that's about it that's printed, if I recall. And then the axle hubs. Currently I only have axle hubs for the Von Jet. If you use the 1-inch tube, they have axle hubs for the carry sphere or the Von Jet, so that's up to you. I did these a little different. I like them to be through bolted on both sides, because that way you don't have to worry about the drive being centered. The parts center it for you. The other option is you just don't undo the clamp and you just undo the bolts from the sphere. So, and currently we do not have any electronics in it. No beeps, no lights. That is the next phase that I've been working on. Haven't decided exactly which route I want to go, but because of that, there may be more than one option whenever we get there. I just wanted to share with you guys where I'm at with the drive and what's coming. I do have a whole, like I said, it's all new metal parts, but it's just minor changes. Legitimately, I just needed that 8mm wider and that 8mm wider. So because of that, I had to get new metal parts, and then there's a bigger motor in here, bigger motor down here, and a different battery pack, so it's not something homemade. So have that coming. Then I'm gonna test that at DragonCon, and I think after that is when I'm gonna open it up to you guys, and that's most likely the way, or the time frame. It may change slightly, especially if I run into hiccups at DragonCon, but I will definitely update everyone as that happens. And if you didn't know, DragonCon is Labor Day weekend, so it's less than a month away. So I did want to thank you for hanging out and watching the progress. Bye.